It started as a news story about something happening in China, thousands of miles away. But soon enough, it was here, and when the coronavirus got its grip on the United States, African Americans suffered and died more than any other demographic group. Many people were surprised by that, or pretended to be, but we knew why. The long, shameful history of inadequate, inaccessible, unaffordable, and sometimes negligent, even deceptive health care, food deserts, and environmental exposures allowed other conditions to weaken us. Hypertension and heart disease, diabetes, respiratory illnesses, obesity, and a weakened system was a magnet for this wicked virus. The mysterious invisible organism in our midst spread like wildfire, and not knowing what else to do at the time, the world locked down. No more going to work, or to church, or to the doctor's office, or even seeing friends and family. Then came the mask to keep us from spreading germs and protect us from taking them in, and hundreds of thousands of people still died. Scientists in the medical community responded dramatically with unprecedented speed, first developing tests to detect the virus, and then, miraculously, vaccines that have proven to be safe and effective. Yet some people still aren't sure, and that's understandable.
Given the history in our community, when it comes to science and scientists, we all know about Henrietta Lacks. We all know about the Tuskegee experiment. We all know about the fact that even in the 21st century, there are doctors, sadly, who don't believe that the Black pain threshold is the same as other folk. And so with that being the case, we still continue to suffer from what I call medical apartheid and racism in the healthcare profession.
But things have changed. Medical ethics, training, accountability, and personnel have evolved. Moreover, many of the professionals on the front line of science and medicine are themselves African American. Dr. Kismiga Corbett, the brilliant young immunologist who led the National Institutes of Health team in developing one of the vaccines, a woman of science and of faith.
Dr. Kismiga Corbett, or Kizzy Corbett. Kizzy is an African American scientist who is right at the forefront of the development of the vaccine. So the first thing you might want to say to my African American brothers and sisters is that the vaccine that you're going to be taking was developed by an African American woman. And that is just a fact. I mean, that is a fact. And I think that's some of the things that people don't fully appreciate.
Outside looking in, I understand that when you've seen medical advances take 10, 15 years to be developed, that for this new virus popping up essentially out of nowhere and these scientists coming together all over the world and making these vaccines in collaborations with companies that sometimes can't be trustworthy over the course of 8-9 months, etc. It looks like how are they really doing this? Like, are they letting things slip through the cracks? Who's vetting this? Who's judging the data, etc. And what I can say is that there was a large effort from our team personally and many teams around the world to understand how to make a vaccine for coronaviruses even before this pandemic. Reminding everyone that this is not our first time to the rodeo. Sure, the bull might be, dancing around a little bit harsher than before, but we've been to this rodeo before because coronaviruses like MERS and SARS were already circulating previously in humans and caused little epidemics. And so we knew that this was possible, And so because we knew that it was possible, what my job is actually at the Vaccine Research Center is to help a team of scientists prepare in the case of a pandemic. And so we studied this virus, this viral family. We understood how to make a vaccine to it. We had these collaborations with these pharmaceutical companies established to the point that there was this trustworthy connection. And so we could really enable really fast manufacturing, et cetera. And then on the other side of it is this intricate network of organization between companies, the government, community organizations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that are working together in a way that we have never seen before to help to fuel this forward. Because as I've said, really a vaccine is essentially at this point our only way out of the pandemic.
Still, you may have heard all kinds of worrisome things about the vaccine. Here's some of the things people are saying. The vaccine will change your DNA. The shot implants a surveillance chip in your body that allows the government to track you. The vaccine causes infertility in men. The vaccine causes infertility and miscarriage in women. Anyone who gets the shot will no longer be eligible for food stamps. The vaccinations we've seen on TV are all fake. The FDA did not approve the vaccines. A nurse in Tennessee died after taking a shot. Have you heard these? All of them are false. And just because you saw it on the internet or on social media or heard it from your best friend doesn't make it true. The vaccine has no effect on your DNA any more than the flu shot does. There's no tracking plan with chips. The vaccine does not affect fertility in any way. The shots are free and have nothing to do with food stamps. The televised vaccinations are real. All vaccines administered in the U.S. received FDA scrutiny and approval. That nurse who passed out after taking her shot, she has a pre-existing condition that makes her faint often. She's alive and well in Tennessee. Most of all, the vaccine cannot give you COVID because the shot doesn't contain any of the virus. Instead, it has a protein with a signature your immune system recognizes, signaling your body to do what comes naturally and what it does best: start making antibodies to fight it. Here is what the COVID vaccine will do. 1. Keep you from getting sick enough to be hospitalized if you do get COVID, or in all probability, keep you from getting it at all. 2. Protect other people, including and especially those you love. And 3. Allow your life to return to normal. When you get the vaccine, medical personnel will monitor you for several minutes to make sure there are no ill effects. Most people go about their way in 10 to 15 minutes. Millions of Americans have now safely received the vaccine. Some report soreness at the injection site for a day or two. Some develop a slight fever, have a headache, or feel fatigued for a day or two afterward. But this just means your body is kicking into action and making those antibodies that protect you. The vast majority of people feel little or nothing at all.
But reactogenicity is not harmful. In fact, what it means is that your body is doing exactly what you want it to do. It's causing a localized immune response so that you can build up this type of immunity that you need to protect you against COVID-19 disease.
We hope this has helped answer your questions and relieve your doubts and concerns. Please get the vaccine. It can save and restore your life.